I want to talk about the subject of creativity and having an eternal mindset when it comes to being an artist. And that the idea that the thing we should aspire to does not need to be what the world calls successful. Okay, so practical example of what I'm saying is you don't need to become a pop star or go viral or be famous in order to be a successful artist. In fact, you don't need to make a cent off of your art in order to be a successful artist, the way that I see it. The way that I see creativity is a method of processing your life through creative expression, processing your walk with God through creative expression. And that can look like anything. That can look like a song that never gets heard. It can look like a song that's only for one person. It can look like a song that goes viral and does really well and becomes a chorus that's sung, across the world in different churches and worship services. Yes, it can look like that, but that's not the only goal. And in fact, that's the uncommon occurrence. That's the rare 1 in a million songs that achieves anything like that. Probably even less than that. And so I want to encourage artists to start rethinking the purpose of creativity in their life. Start thinking of it as a way to express your feelings and, like I said earlier, process what you're going through and what you're experiencing. When you notice something that sort of strikes your heart or catches your fancy or makes you smile inside, instead of taking out your phone to take a picture of that, why don't you turn it into a poem? Even if you're not a poet, why don't you start to find different expressions and use it as inspiration and connect it to perhaps a greater reality? Because the fact is, the things that we find them beautiful for a reason. There's a divine spark there. There's something there that is more than what words can say. And yes, a picture is worth more than 1,000 words, but I think that a unique piece of art that expresses your sentiment in a meaningful way that can touch someone else's heart and communicate that feeling is worth much more than simply a picture. Obviously, I'm not hating on photography as a mean of creative expression. So yeah, that's sort of my thoughts. I have a lot more to say about